Hello everyone, welcome to Ramaya Padai. Today we are going to learn about currency and exchange rate, that is from lesson 4 of class 10 mathematics, and from this particular chapter we will get a question mark that is equivalent to 4 marks in SEE. So without any delay, let's start the chapter. First of all, we will learn about currency. So the currency is basically the form of money that is used for buying and selling of goods and services. So I will write the definition here. The form of money that is used for buying and selling goods and services. So this is the definition of currency, and we have US, there is dollar, and for the Europe there is European euro, and for Japan there is Japanese yen, and for India there is Indian rupees, and each currency have their own symbol. Here we can see the symbol of each currency. And moving on to our own currency, that is Nepalese rupees. We have a photo of 1000 Nepalese rupees, and we write this ru for Nepalese rupees, and for English we write this RS. So this is about the currencies. And moving forward, we will learn about exchange rate. So exchange rate basically means the value of currency of one country in comparison to the value of currency of another country. So here are some descriptions about exchange rate. The exchange rate of a currency of a country to another country will be determined by government or central bank of the country. Such rate is called foreign currency exchange rate. So here is the definition of foreign currency exchange rate, or basically the exchange rate. In our country, the exchange rate is declared by Nepal Rashtra Bank. So here in screenshot, I have the exchange rate of a particular date, that is February 14th of 2025, that is Valentine's Day. So this is the exchange rate of Valentine's Day of 2025, and I have taken screenshot from Nepal Rashtra Bank. Now moving on to buying rate, the exchange rate given by bank or other financial institutions while purchasing the foreign currency is called buying rate. Here we have purchase means buy, so this is the definition of buying rate. And for the definition of selling rate, the exchange rate fixed by bank or other financial institutions while selling the foreign currency is called selling rate. So this is the definition of selling rate. And we as a person is learning about exchange rate. However, the buying and selling rate is always based on the bank. So we are not the one that is buying or selling. The bank is the one that is buying or selling. So while solving the question of exchange rate, we need to think that we are the bank. This will make it a lot easy to solve the exchange rate problem. And now moving forward to another slide, we learn about increment and deflation. So increment basically means increase, and deflation basically means decrease. So if increment is happening, the value increases, and if decrement is happening, the value decreases. Here from the news, US dollar hits record high of 141 Nepalese rupees. So from this I have written $1 is equals to Nepalese rupees 141. If $1 is equals to 145 rupees, that is the value of US dollar is increasing, because previously we used to get rupees 141 from $1. However, now we are getting 145 Nepalese rupees from $1. So the value of US dollar is increasing, that is increment is happening. However, if that $1 become 137 Nepalese rupees, we say that the value of dollar is decreasing and deflation is happening. So this is about increment and deflation. We have constant exchange rate with some countries and fluctuating exchange rate with others. For example, the Nepalese rupees is always constant with Indian rupee. Indian rupee 10 is always equals to Nepalese rupees 16. So we say that there is constant exchange rate between Nepal and India. However, Nepalese rupees have fluctuating exchange rate with US dollar, European euro, and Japanese yen. So this is about increment and deflation, and we will learn further about increment and deflation with an example. Here we will solve a problem regarding deflation by 5%. Here is the example. US dollar is deflated by 5%. So we need to find the new value of US dollar by decreasing, that is decreasing 5% from the previous value. So here the previous rate of US dollar is 150 Nepalese rupees and the new rate is such that we need to subtract 5% of previous rate from the previous rate, and this will give $1 is equals to rupees 145.42.5. So we should now use exchange rate after the deflation. So this is about the solving deflation problem. And we have some techniques for solving the deflation and increment problem, that is basically solving exchange rate problem. We have unitary method, ratio and proportion method, and chain rule. First we will learn about unitary method. Unitary method basically means converting the value into unit value, that is 1 unit. For example, we have given that $15 is equals to 1500 Nepalese rupees. So by using unitary method, first we will find the value of $1 by dividing 1500 with 15. This will give us 1 US dollar is equals to 100 Nepalese rupees. So this is unitary method. And for ratio and proportion is basically the extension of unitary method. First we will find the unit value and then find the desired value. Here two steps are from unitary method. We first find the value of $1 and then to find the value of $10 we multiply the value of $1 by 10. So this is about ratio and proportion. And for the chain rule, we write the exchange rate of all currencies mentioned in the question, then multiply in such a way that every currency cuts itself. For example, here the given is 108 US dollar is equals to 100 euro, 1 euro is equals to 150 Nepalese rupees, and we need to find how much US dollar is 1000 Nepalese rupees. So we start solving by first supposing that 1000 Nepalese rupees is X dollar and multiplying above equation, that is multiply dollar, euro and Nepalese rupees of one side with euro, Nepalese rupees and dollar of another side, such that each currency cuts each other. What I mean to say is, if we multiply $108 with 1 euro with 1000 Nepalese rupees, this is from the left side, with 100 euro, 150 Nepalese rupees and X dollar, that is from the right side, then the dollar will cut off the dollar value of right side, euro will cut this euro and Nepalese rupees will cut this Nepalese rupees. So each currency will cut each other, and by solving we find the value of EX. So the answer is 1000 Nepalese rupees is equals to 7.2 US dollar. This might be vague at this time, but when you solve few questions, this will become obvious and become easy, and that will be printed in our mind. So this is about the concept of currency and exchange rate. And for more solution video, keep watching to our YouTube channel. And with this, I am going to say goodbye from this video, and we will surely meet on the next one. So bye bye.